Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I am talking about the E3 coverage so far. First of all, I saw all of the press conferences. Uh, Bethesda's, Ubisoft's. Bethesda has some cool new games coming out. A lot of Fallout 4 editions. Um, what else did they show? They showed a couple other games that was kind of interesting. Let me pull them up here. Um, there was also what else was there? There was also what was that game? Yeah, so there was Quake Championships. There was Doom. That's right. Yeah, so there's a lot of Doom stuff, DLC. Dishonored 2. That was the one that really got my senses keen was Dishonored 2 because it actually comes with the original Dishonored. So the remaster version, which was I think $30 game. So I'm definitely picking that up. Prey, I am on the fence on, and Skyrim is coming for the PS4. Microsoft showed off their new Xbox One S and their a Scorpio, and then there's Dead Rising 4, Tekken 7, um, Final Fantasy, which is it's always coming. It's been a while. It's coming on both systems, Xbox and PS4. The Sea of Thieves, I saw the demo for Sea of Thieves, and I thought it was kind of not as enticing as I thought. A it was basically a game where you and your party pilot a boat. I didn't really find that cool or anything like that. It's like I must pre-order this game. That was my take on it. Let's see here, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm just going through the list here, and I'm giving you my thoughts of each of the games. Killer Instinct, it's pretty cool. Recore actually got my interest a little bit more with and it's actually really an expensive game, so definitely pre-ordering that one. Scalebound, that one's on my list, and of course their biggest one was Halo Wars 2, which you can actually get the demo for right now. I downloaded it, haven't tried it yet, but I will give you guys some my thoughts and some of my gameplay footage. Ubisoft actually has quite a bit of games. I really like their Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I really like the Watch Dogs 2. Wasn't I didn't care too much for Grow Up or the Division DLC stuff. Just Dance wasn't then the Star Trek game was actually quite cool, I thought, because you can actually pilot the Enterprise, and I really liked. I actually pre-ordered this like 2 years ago. Was South Park: The Fractured Butthole? That was their best game, I think. And for the Sony's conference was really good. What really got me for their game, one game that really got me, and that was Spider-Man. Weird, yes, but Spider-Man looked awesome. It wasn't like your movie tie-in generic game. It was made by Insomniac, and I have a hunch that game's gonna be like the Rocksteady game for Batman, basically, but for Spider-Man. And there was Batman VR, a lot of VR games. There was Star Wars VR, which was a X-Wing game, and then God of War was there. Last Guardian, Resident Evil 7 was a highlight as well. Um, Days Gone was a new IP. It was like a zombie apocalypse type of game, and that was and of course Call of Duty stuff. But Call of Duty's every year, so it doesn't, it's not something that really sparks my interest. So, the games I'm definitely thinking of is God of War, Days Gone, Last Guardian, Resident Evil 7, and Spider-Man. Those are my top picks for Sony. So um, yeah, so those are the biggest games, guys. But I also wanted to show you that Sony has these awesome E3 sales right now. So that's what you're looking on my screen, and like you can get games. Which really sparked my interest was, of course, Injustice. Injustice 2 is coming out. If you don't know, that one looks really cool. If you haven't played Injustice, definitely play it. It has a really good story mode. But yeah, they got Middle Earth. They got all these games. $5 for Tomb Raider. But look at this, Child of Light is on sale. But what really got me here, guys, was this. Look at this. Hyperdimension Neptunia is $11. I remember paying like $50 for that game. And then this one, Omega Quintet, $4. I'm definitely gonna pick that up, I think. So yes, I'm gonna pick this up, guys. I'll show you some gameplay footage once I get it. It's a JRPG that came out when Sony PS4 originally launched. Yeah, people they still sell this retail for like 40, $50. Definitely picking that up. I'm surprised Metal Gear is at 52, which is kind of interesting. I still have that game. I wasn't sure about Resident Evil Zero. I might pick it up, and Resident Evil. There's that Deluxe Origins pack, which is about the same price as that, which would make sense. But yeah, let me know if it's worth buying. Tales of Zestiria, I have this on PS3, so I'm not gonna pick this up, and haven't had time to play it. Unravel is $10 as well, so that was a highlight too. All right, guys. If you have any questions, comments, post them below. Alright guys, just want to also mention about Nintendo's E3 thing. All they had was a Nintendo Direct and a Treehouse showing the Zelda game. They also had a little bit on Paper Mario, Color Splash, and the Pokemon game that is coming out, and some indie games. That's pretty much all they showed. Nothing really highlighted it. The Zelda game does look really cool, guys, so definitely check that one out. But it reminds me of Far Cry, and it's not your traditional Zelda game. It's totally different, and I don't know how I feel about that. I sort of like I love the Link to the Past and those type of games. The music really just was really epic, and there's no music in this. It's different. Yeah, so my personal thing for all those press conferences, the best press conference for the year, I think would belong to was between Xbox and PS4. The other press conferences weren't that great. Like Nintendo's was horrible. Um, but I would have to say it. Xbox had the hardware, like the hardware unveils and stuff like that. Like the Xbox Scorpio was really cool. How they talked about it, but Sony didn't show it. But Sony showed games after games after games. So it's really a toss-up between those two. But I think I would have to edge it out to Sony just slightly, because they just showed more games, and that was the highlight, I think. And they had more exclusives too. So, all right, guys, if you have any questions.